Yesterday morning, you would have sunk into the mud here. So it's already drying the ground out, which is critical.
Steve Dutton of Dutton Ranch is among dozens of Sonoma County wine grape growers just now returning to their drying vineyards to gauge the impact of near-record May rains. The 1,200 acres his crew farms in the Russian River region composed largely of cool-weather varietals.
But luckily, there's still a lot of them left to go. Right, look, all these have not bloomed yet.
Key to assessing impact is determining how rain and wind affected early flowering varieties, interrupting pollination. In many parts of Sonoma County, 3 to 6 inches of rain fell across normally dry late spring vineyards, amounting to twice or more of the full month's average in less than a week. All of this as grape buds were beginning to bloom.
So I'll be looking for in the next week how the bloom is progressing and how things are looking. And then once we get through a week or so, we'll be able to see the vines that have bloomed early. We'll start to see if they've set or not. So that's very critical.
Meantime, in the Sonoma Valley, brisk winds are helping to dry the grape canopy, the key to warding off fungal diseases that can appear after rain and high humidity, a post-storm challenge from Mother Nature.
Whatever hand we're dealt from her, we play.
Great. Steve San Giacomo oversees an operation that farms 1,600 acres across the Sonoma Valley, Pinot Noir and Chardonnay.
It's unusual to get this many storms. There's oftentimes we'll get a sprinkle, a little storm here and there, but the amount of rain and the multiple storms is definitely unusual.
Besides fruit set, San Giacomo and others across the region will be on watch for botrytis, a fungal disease that causes grape rot and can steal a large part of the crop if not caught early. Many vineyards applied fungicides before the rains and will do so again in the coming days.
At this point, I think as a county perspective, I think it's way too early to tell. We really won't know until months down the road until we see how the berries develop.
So we're hoping for the next 2 weeks to a month while we go through the bloom cycle to have temperatures in the mid-70s to mid-80s. The light breeze in the afternoon, like we're experiencing right now, is perfect. If that continues for the next month, we should be okay.
And that may just happen. Although the forecast is cool and cloudy for the Memorial Day weekend, the extended outlook promises warm and dry weeks to come in June. A perfect recipe to help the $2 billion North Coast grape crop bounce back from one of the soggiest Mays on record. In Sonoma County, Carl Van Amberg for News of the North Bay.